We've done 24 miles so far. I do not know if you can see it on this screen, not quite, but there is 85% left of our batteries after doing 24.2 miles with this heavy load. So experiences so far from setting off from Gayton, we had a couple of issues. One of them was with Annabella's bicycle. Just because of this old derailleur on the back, we lost the second cog in here because the screw came out, but thankfully a friendly man who was having a little stroll, he managed to find the bolt for us, so that saved a huge issue that would have stopped us in our tracks. So since then we've managed to pedal 24 miles. I've got my 400 watts of solar power here, and this is the second unit that I built for Annabella, 200 watts on a little dog trailer. So everything is in there: tents, food, toolboxes, and the same control board that is on my tricycle I set up here. Just like my tricycle, we have the controls underneath. I don't know if you can see that with the way it's flickering, but we have the solar charger charging up the batteries. We have a little 12 volt converter so that we have our power supply for charging mobiles, and we also have it wired up, so we've got an LED system at the back. Same with the tricycle here. I have some LEDs on the back. So this is what it looks like now since the last video that I posted. It's a lot more functional. I have a windscreen. The batteries have been moved to the bottom for better centre of gravity. So as you can see on the phone, just about 24.2 miles to go. 24.2 miles we have travelled, 28.5 miles to go. So this is Naviki. It's a very good app for bicycle travelling. Very well recommended. Yes, you have to buy a few things in the app itself, but depending on what your cycle routes are, you can select some very good planning. The turn-to-turn planning has been very good for this trip so far. I'm using the race routing. S-Pedelec also works, but it takes you up more gradients. The shorter route will take you down cycle paths, so be aware of that if you've got an electric bicycle or something like this that won't go quite well down those paths. So that's all for now. We're going to carry on the 28 miles to get to the campsite, and then from there on the test continues riding down to the coast. So apart from a little moment ago, I accidentally knocked the bike over again and ripped the battery charge cable out, so that was another little thing that needed fixing 24 miles away from home. But thankfully we've got all tools on board, easy job. So we shall update later on, and hopefully at some point I'll fix the GoPro to the bicycle so you can get some footage of riding it. So 33.5 miles into our journey. Done another 24. I've done another 10 miles-ish. So we stopped at this nice little shop here. Fresh local strawberries and fresh local eggs. So the eggs will be for this evening when we got the camp up. Yeah, some beautiful strawberries as you see. So that's us for now, and probably head for the final stretch with one more break in between. Starting to take its toll now though, even with the motor. I kind of feel it, so maybe 30 miles is a good distance to try and travel, but we shall see. So here we are parked up at Hardwick Park. We've done 52 miles today and we had 63% battery left, which is pretty good going. We've had a few people quite interested in this, even the members of the park itself. So this is the tent, fully open on the foldable trailer. And this one just has a bit of a mess at the moment, but everything's been unpacked and we have a smaller tent here. Everything's on charge through the mains just so that we have a bit of a boost for going away next. We'll maybe stay here for a day or two. That 52 miles was very long, so I think a 30-mile trip in a day should be a little more viable. So coming inside the tent, got everything that I need in here. Cookery things, clothes, and my cool box all in the back. A few other supplies, toolkit, and this will fold out, and my sleeping bag will go straight on top of here. It's quite cosy. So that's us for today. It's been a very eventful day. I've also just realised that I may not be able to move from this park until I've fixed one more problem. So the chassis has come loose off of this frame and it started to bend at the wheel. So the box itself is sturdy, but this axle, the wheels themselves work too, but this axle needs solidifying. So what I'll have to do is see if there's a local store around here. I can get a piece of wood to go straight along the edge of that and just screw it straight up into that, give me extra support and clamp it to the body. So that's the only thing that's happened today that needs extra attention, apart from cogs falling out of gears and well, cogs falling out the derailleur, snapping the charge cable to her bicycle when the bike fell over, but apart from that, it's been a good journey. So the campsite that we landed ourselves in for the first night, very helpful because they've actually offered to supply me with some materials to fix the bicycle trailer where the axle had begun to come away. The least expected part for it to bend, but there we have it. So Hardwick Park's beautiful place. As you can see, there's a nice huge lake and lots of countryside in Oxfordshire. It's near Whitney. I forgot the name of the lakes from the top of my head. Standlake lakes or something like that. But a beautiful evening to end with the first day's travel. Well, I think we might spend a day here, relax, and let our muscles, etc., have a rest, because that 52 miles was a bit too much. We started travelling at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was going on for 12 p.m. So that was 12 till 6, almost continuous. So 6 hours of well, probably even 7 hours, because I think it was about 11 that we set off. So 7 hours of continuous riding with all that weight. But that's us for the evening. I'm just coming over to Annabella now. Do you have any comments for today?
Oh my god. Wow. To be honest, I don't have any immediate words when I think, because it's more a feeling, and the feeling is really amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I just see myself doing more of this.
Cool. Taste of freedom.
Yeah.
Well, good night from us.